Yow! What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another Yyyaaooo vlog. Things have been super crazy busy here at XTV. Yeah, that's how it goes. But it also seems like things have been super busy at Valve. Valve just dropped the news today about the upcoming release of the MvM. They have finalized it, officialized it, whatever. It is man versus machine, and it is dropping 2 days from now. That is Wednesday. And it's going to be awesome. Now that it has officially been announced, I can talk about it in a little bit more depth. Basically, you know, long time coming. I've been alluding to this. Because I knew it was coming, because I was lucky enough to go up to Valve and be able to play test this. I've actually played it twice, and I played it a while ago. I played it in November. And I get my dates mixed up, and I forget when I've been to Valve. I played it, I believe, a couple months before that as well. And it's very cool. I had a lot of fun playing it, and I'm very excited for everybody else to get to play it and to see it in its finalized state. They've laid a lot of it out there, so you know, I'm not really going to be breaking too much new turf, because they did really reveal quite a lot of it today. I'm gonna leave some of it as hints, because you know, I don't want to ruin all the surprises, and I think that is a great thing that Valve is great at doing, is hinting, drawing things out, and I don't want to ruin everything. But I want to talk a little bit, and I'm looking over here because I have the web page pulled up. They released a very cool video with it today. They also released the machines page, just breaking down the robots. One of my feedbacks to them was to make that robot team more robotic looking. When I played, they didn't really look that different from the regular characters, the regular classes. So that's very cool. I'm very excited about that. They released, you know, that it's 6 players versus the swarm of robots. And this is, you know, essentially a horde mode. You know, horde from Gears of War. There's, I don't know, Halo had a version of it. There's a lot of console games have had a version of this. You know, there's a Call of Duty zombie mode, etc. I really think that this mode kicks ass compared to other games that have had a similar mode. I played Gears of War Horde mode 2-player with my cousin last Christmas, and it was pretty cool, and I had fun. But at the same time, it wasn't that cool, you know. It felt like they're just throwing the same regular single-player monsters, but that it was kind of a tag-on once you were already done with single-player. Of course, the difference with TF2 is that there is no single-player, and it's just the multiplayer battles. One thing that I'm really excited about this co-op mode is that I think it even furthers the capability for TF2 to bring in new players. It's free to play. It's got, you know, cosmetic, fun items, and as well as alternative weapons and alternative items that just drop, you know, as you're playing. So I think it has a very good free to play model, and it also just has great multiplayer gameplay. But let's be honest, if you're a brand new player to TF2 or to first person shooters in general, it's very tough to get started. There's so much going on. There's so much craziness. And it's really tough. One of the playtests that I did of this mode, I can't remember if she was playing with us or playing in a separate playtest, and then we had the feedback session together. I think she was actually on my team, but she was a Valve employee that is not the most veteran first-person shooter players. And in the feedback session, she said, you know what I really liked about this is I didn't feel overwhelmed. I felt like I knew what was going on, I knew what was happening, I knew what was coming at me, and I was having fun. And this is something that I would play again, and I would be excited to play. And she contrasted that to, you know, a pub server experience where, you know, you can be a new player and you can jump into a pub and you just get backstabbed, you know, and then you're like, oh man, that spy got me. And then, you know, you could even have somebody over your shoulder and they could be like, that's a spy right there. And then you shoot them and then they die. And then 15 seconds later you get backstabbed and you're like, man, what's going on? I'm so mad. Or, you know, just getting owned by these players. And I think this Man's versus Machine mode is a little bit more of a middle ground where the bad guys are a little bit easier, but they're swarming all over you. It's crazy, it's madness, but there's also some power-ups, some special items that you can get using the money that the robots dropped. Pretty much, you know, you should be able to put some pieces together off of that. Should have been able to put some pieces together off of what was on the webpage in regards to that, but that's some very cool stuff. I want to talk about the map that they showed on there. I can't remember the name of it. They did somewhere drop the name of it. I think it's the Manworks is the name of this, the Quick Lime Factory. And I believe I actually played this one, although it looks skinned a little bit differently than when I played it. And I had a lot of fun on this one. I played this one, and on the previous playtest, I played another one. And this one was really cool. I had a lot of fun on this. I like the way that it's structured. And basically, there's kind of a beginning area where the robots are just swarming on you, and then there's multiple different paths that the robots can take and attack you from different angles, and it's hard to pin them down. The robots come in waves, and each wave, at least what I was telling them, I was like, you should theme each wave a little bit more, or have some character to each wave, and certainly, you know, the versatility of TF2. You know, you got Demo Knights, you got Sandman Scouts, you got Bow and Arrow Snipers, you got Sydney Sleeper Snipers. There's a lot of crazy stuff that they can throw at you via the robots. They also showed in the robot section the giant robots, and that's really cool because that's like a boss character to the wave. So I think this format, this mode is really awesome. It's really kick-ass. I think everybody should be super hyped for playing it. It's going to be a lot of fun playing with friends. It's going to be a lot of fun for new players. And what I urge them to implement, and we'll see whether they implemented it. If they didn't implement it, I guess I should phrase, you know, we can pester them. We can continue to harp on Valve for this and hopefully get some changes in play. But if they didn't implement it, I hope that there's some sort of score system, some sort of timing system so that players can compare their runs against each other. I think that's really important. I mean, I think that's, I mean, a game design, an esports thing that just if you look at it, you know, it's like if you took, you know, Pac-Man and you like removed the score, you know, it's like, why would I play Pac-Man? Like, I'd drop a quarter and I'd have fun, but like, why would I continue to play Pac-Man and get really good at it if I can't see a score, if I can't see how I did? So I urge them to implement some sort of system like that where players can compete against each other, kind of in a team setting by seeing how this works out and how it goes and stuff. So I guess to surmise, I think this mode is really cool. I've been rambling for 8 minutes, but I hope you learned something new about this upcoming mode and got even more hyped about it. I think it's awesome. I think hopefully some of the other changes that are going into the engine will play out in other ways. The lobby matchmaking mode that they added, I can't really call it a lobby, but a way of searching with friends, that's most likely going to be implemented in this. And when I talked to them, I urged them as well. I was like, I mean, how are people going to set up this game? You know, how are you going to get in there with your friends or with strangers for that matter? So hopefully, hopefully their implementation of lobbying and matchmaking in regards to this mode can eventually carry on either to Highlanders, Sixes, Ulti Duo, 1v1, I don't care, but hopefully it can get implemented into other competitive sections as well. So, thanks for watching. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm eXtine, and I will see you next time. Peace out!